The fill tube from the downspout diverter will fit into the top of this bung, which came with the barrel. I'm going to drill a hole in the top of this with a hole saw, which is the perfect diameter of the downspout tube. This will fit back in the top of the barrel, put the tube in, and we'll fill the water from my downspout. At the bottom of the barrel, which is raised up on cinder blocks, I'm going to install this spigot, and this will give me gravity feed of water to fill my watering cans and such to water my garden. I'm going to put a little Teflon tape on the thread of this spigot. Let's see, it's going to go in righty tighty, right? To help prevent leaks and make for a tight fit. And then we can go outside and drill the barrel. Put a couple wraps on there. Nothing like a good Teflon tape. And that should do it. I'm putting it on a little thick because my hole saw is the exact same diameter, and I just want to make sure it's tight. That's that. We'll pull that tight. Let's go outside and drill our barrel. What a gorgeous day we have going out here. It's in the mid-80s. Just a week ago when I started this project down in my basement, I had a fire going in the wood stove because it was so cold. So, as you can see, this hose fits perfectly in here, like a glove, and this will screw into the top of the barrel. And I haven't put my downspout diverter in yet, but that'll go in from the downspout, and the water will go into the top of the barrel. So now it's time to put the spigot in. I'm going to put it in right about here, just high enough so that if I put this barrel on the ground, it won't break the spigot off, but low enough to where I get the maximum effective gravity for water. So let's drill a hole and hope it fits tight. Okay, so the last spigot didn't work. It leaked ever so slightly, just one tiny little drip. So I bought this, returned the other one for a couple dollars more. I got a bulkhead fitting, which will now fit into this barrel and definitely make it watertight. What I have to do is cut my 1-inch hole up to 1 1/4, which is going to be tricky. So we'll try to do that. And then we got to fish this bulkhead piece down inside the barrel, and it'll come out here, and I'll be able to attach my spigot to it. So let's see if we can get this hole cut without being too sloppy. This is going to be tough without a pilot hole. Very tough. Not that tough. I will go in and fish that plastic piece out too, and rinse my barrel to get all that plastic stuff out. So the trick here is going to be getting the, my idea is drop this little weight down here and see if I can catch it somehow. Like that. And then drop this piece on, which is going to need to go like this. so that it comes out of the hole proper. Alright. I should be able to grab it. Oop, I dropped my string. Ah, poop. Bummer. Now I gotta fish that out and start all over. That sucked. Well, that actually worked out because it allowed me to drain this barrel. I did have some water in here and get the little plastic piece out that I just drilled. And now we'll try this again. The idea, without dropping the string this time, drop this baby down and catch it. Come on. Come on, I know you're there. Here you are. All right. And this time, don't drop the string in the barrel. So this will go as before. Thread side in, drop it in, and there she is. And it should pull through the hole. Oh, it's tight. Of course it is. Come on. I may have to file this hole ever so slightly. I don't want to. There it is. No filing needed. Okay, so that I'm going to put some, I think this is a reverse thread now, right? Yes, this is a reverse thread instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So I'm going to put a little bit of Teflon tape on here to help ensure no leaking. What a nice day we got going today. There is some forecast for a couple days of rain coming up. That's why I want to get this done. Okay. A little Teflon tape. Our reverse thread on here. Of course, with the tape on there, it makes it difficult. It sure would be nice to be able to grab the nut from the inside somehow. I don't know how I would do that without a really long wrench. I should be able to get it from here. Once it snugs up the gasket on the inside, I should be able to. Actually, you know what? I didn't need Teflon tape because there's a gasket on the inside, now that I think about it. But that's okay, since it's already on there. All right, now it's tightened up from the inside. So we'll put a wrench on here, give it a couple of good turns. It's not spinning on the inside, which is good. That's probably plenty tight. Get rid of some of this Teflon now. Give it a couple more turns, make sure it's good and tidy. Okay, that feels plenty tight. Definitely going to put Teflon tape on here. This is regular thread. As such. And now we should have no more leaking. All my herbs have started already. I got tons of herbs sprouting, so I'm anxious to get this done. And this should just screw right in. And let's make it super tight. That's good and tight, but it's upside down, so let me see if I can spin this around. Oh, it's going to be tricky. Can I go tighter? I don't want to strip it. I may have to turn. There we go. Now it's nice and tight. Alright, I'm going to fill it up with water and test it for leaking. And we should be go. Put my hose back in here. But I'm not going to because I'm going to fill it with water from the hose. So we'll see how that works out. So by far, the hardest part of this project so far has been cutting that downspout. So I've cut 6 inches out. This is the downspout diverter. I've already put the top piece on because it was a little bit of a pain in the butt. I had to crimp the inside of the downspout to get it to fit in. And the idea is this will fit up inside of here, and due to surface tension, the water will run on the outside of the downspout, as it normally does, and divert through this plug, while all the debris continues to fall down through the downspout. Is why I'm not really going to deal with much of a filter on this system. And we'll put this in here as such, and then this should pull down, fit in here as such, which it does. We'll put our hose on. And there you have it. We'll see how it works. Let's pray for rain. Okay, so in theory, this is how it should work. I'll screw this bung back in. Insert the tube. That's a tight fit. Come on, snugly fit in. You gonna go in there? There it goes. So water will divert from the diverter down into the barrel, and I'm not going to vent this system. I've seen people vent them, but in the instructions it says that once this fills up, it'll go up to the diverter and overflow and come back down the pipe. So no need to vent this out unless I was going to feed it another barrel. So I'm going to fill this up with fluorinated city water just to test my spigot seal, make sure it's good. Now let's play for rain and grow some herbs.